Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. Today, we are back on this fine Tuesday night commentating the Anaheim Ducks and the Nashville Predators. And this is a fun one. I will admit, this is going to be a fun game to watch because this is a team in Nashville that has made a massive push towards a playoff spot after all odds seemingly felt like they were out of it. Now they find themselves just 1 point below the playoff line. They've been juggling that playoff spot with the LA Kings and the San Jose Sharks and all of the other teams that have been battling in the playoff race with them as well. Nashville with a record of 36, 31, and 10 for 82 points. They are on the second half of a back-to-back tonight after being in LA last night. And again, those were 2 points they needed to have. They could not come up with both of them. They did get one of them, fortunately, but it wasn't enough, sadly. So we'll see what happens here. They need these points tonight against the team in Anaheim that is looking to clinch a playoff spot. It won't happen tonight, but they're getting there. 41, 31, and 5 for 87 points on the year. They currently are tied with the Edmonton Oilers for that first place spot in the division. If they are to win tonight, they would pass the Oilers. It creates definitely an interesting game. It's 2 big points on the line, even at this point in the year. Anaheim, although they are pretty firmly in a spot, they're not officially in a playoff spot. So all those points do count. That's for sure. Starting goaltenders here tonight are Justus Ananen, who obviously Saros played last night against the Kings. Ananen getting the chance tonight for the Preds. And Lucas Dostal is in net for Anaheim, playing in his 9th live commentary stream. Not officially, Sharky. Not officially. But I get what you're saying. The odds are seemingly stacked in favor of the Flyers and other teams. It does not look that great. I'm really annoyed that Detroit lost today. I needed them to beat the Blue Jackets, but Columbus staying strong. They are fighting for that spot still. Sadly, could not go the way that I wanted it to. But yeah, let's get ready for this game tonight. Gonna get off with puck drop here in just a moment. Just going over the lines here on my screen currently. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. This is the first of 6 commentaries this week. And starting goaltenders in further depth, Lucas Dostal, 29, 18, and 3 of this season with the Anaheim Ducks. On the other side, Justus Ananen for the Nashville Predators, 3 and 4 in his last 7 games, and we are underway here in Anaheim. Ducks and Preds, shot there from Seneca, goes off of Brady Shea and into the glove of Ananen to start things off. Beckett Seneca, one of the top rookies there for the Anaheim Ducks. It's only the 4th time we have streamed the Nashville Predators, so it's not often we stream the Predators. So I'm not expecting that crazy of a stream, which is okay. But again, Nashville's in that playoff race. I wanted to get them at least one more time before the playoffs if they end up not making it, of course. So here we are. Ryan O'Reilly, cross-ice pass then to Roman Josi, who will backhand that one down low into the Anaheim zone. It'll go just wide of Dostal, and then picked up quickly by Lacombe. Through center, Seneca. Pass back over, then in front. Carlson, a chance denied by Ananen, who covers up the rebound. And that was a great chance there. Shades of the Leo we saw back in the beginning of the season. It's been a little bit of a struggle since then, obviously dealing with the injury and the December struggles, but nice little move there by Leo Carlson. Shots now 2-0 here in favor of the Ducks. Face-off coming up now in the Nashville zone. Hala versus Ryan Poehling. This is, again, the 4th time we've streamed Nashville, the first time since early February. Face-off is a tie-up in the Nashville zone. It's won back by the Preds. In the corner then, Haig will throw it to center. Philip Forsberg's waiting there. He'll get around John Carlson. Forsberg battling for it down low in the corner. Carlson trying to get it free. Poehling intercepts that puck. Here come the Ducks the other way. 3-on-3. Terry tried to throw a pass down low for Poehling, but it was broken up quickly Preds trying to get it back down low in the corner. It's banked off the boards, kept in by Anaheim. Carlson, cross-ice pass, shot on Vinchukov, goes wide of Annunen. Battling forward then in the corner. And trying to get that one free still is Paling. It's intercepted by Nashville. Forsberg carries it through center. Will fire it. It goes off of Tyson Hins, playing in a second NHL game. And back down low. Ducks will clear it back into the Nashville zone. Vale will dump that one down low. It's grabbed back in the corner then by Haig. Svechkov trying to make a play. Stolen back then by the Preds. Here's Yost throwing it to center. Grab back then down low and dumped into the Anaheim zone. I do apologize if I mispronounced any of the Nashville players. Again, not exactly acclimated to this team as I am other teams. Here's a shot from Vale, and it's a glove save there for Annunen. You may wonder, why don't I stream Nashville that much? The reasoning for that is that a lot of their games, especially their home games, they're at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it's difficult for me to move those in when I'm trying to do at least 2 streams a night. So unless if it's on a Monday where there's no 7 o'clock or 10 o'clock game, it's hard for me to get a Predators game in, but I've been keeping an eye on it, been trying to filter them in here when I can. When the playoffs get over here and the schedules are acclimated the way they need to be, it'll be much more easier for that. Face-off in the Nashville zone, won by Yossi. Cleared off the boards then for Yost, and back down low then into the Anaheim zone. This will be an icing at 17:58. For some reason, my clock is once again still a little bit behind. I apologize for that. Yeah, Tyson Hines back in the lineup here tonight. Made his NHL debut against Calgary last night. Played 23 minutes, actually. Had 4 shots. He was a third-round pick back in 2021, so there's a guy kind of hidden there for Anaheim a little bit too late. At the point then, Killorn back over then to Helleson. Helleson dumps it down low into the Nashville zone. McTavish throws it up top. Helleson cross-ice pass. At the point, Anaheim trying to move it. Hines will throw it back behind the net, then up top to McTavish. McTavish over then for Helleson. Helleson trying to get around LaRue. Down low in the corner. Yossi battling forward as well. Killorn, pass in front. Another chance for Helleson. A shot, and that one goes wide of Annunen. And a great chance there, but couldn't get it on. Here's Eric Holla now trying to take this one through center. Ends up being forced back into his own end. Picked back up then by Nashville. Yost into the zone. Shoots it on Dostal. And he'll make the save. There's Nashville's first shot of the game. So again, the Predators currently 1 point out of a playoff spot against the Los Angeles Kings. The only thing with that is that they do have an advantage over the Kings in terms of regulation wins. Just about any team does, to be honest with you. Nashville has 26 regulation wins. The Kings have 19. So let's say, for example, Nashville and LA tie in the standings at the end of the year. Nashville will get that last spot due to the amount of regulation wins they have. And they're pretty safely in that. They have that tiebreaker regardless of what their results are the rest of the year. You just have to win hockey games and tie the Kings at the very least. Anaheim has it in the Nashville zone. Zellweger a shot. It goes off of Annunen and back down low to the corner. It's picked back up then by Nashville, who will try and clear it to center. Good movement there off the boards. Back down low. A collision there. Kemmel a shot on. Goes wide of Dostal. He'll get that puck back, and puck is cleared all the way back into the Nashville zone. With Minnesota, the only advantage with the Wild is that I have been fortunate to get a lot of matinee games for them, and sometimes there's some 9:30 games too. Seneca battling forward then with Evangelista. Evangelista gets it back then and throws it over to Yossi. Yossi will chip this one off the boards to center, broken up by the Ducks. Lacombe will clear it down low into the Nashville zone. It's stolen back then by Brady Shea. Here's Yossi on the right side. It's banked off the boards at center. Now Stamkos looking for options here on the right side. Battling for it then with Granlund. Picked back up then by the Preds. Carrier will drop it back for Evangelista. Evangelista down low below the line then over for Holla. Through the neutral zone now with speed is Matthew Wood, the young rookie for the Preds. Played back then for Forsberg. Philip Forsberg has a hat trick in a live commentary stream. Intercepted here by the Ducks. Here they come the other way. Shot from Kreider goes off of a stick and out of play with 15:27 on the clock. Shots are 4-1 in favor of Anaheim. Ananen's had to make some good saves so far. We are scoreless here in Honda Center. And thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well down below. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Face-off coming up now in the Nashville zone. It'll be Wood taking the draw against Kreider. Face-off is won back then by the Preds. Forsberg will chip this one off the boards to center. Hellison will dump it down low into the Nashville zone. Battling for it on the right side, then trying to get that one free quickly was Ryan Ufko. Shot on there, deflected in front. Now here's Terry looking. Pass over. Trying to get it to Kreider. Rebound in front. And a good save there by Ananen on Paling, who was left wide open on the back door. Nashville trying to clear it the other way. It's Wood who will pick it up and loop around behind the net. Ufko will bank it off the boards. And back to center. Hines gets that puck for the Ducks. He'll hold it now in the Anaheim zone. Hines will throw a puck up then to McTavish. McTavish takes it behind the net. Mason McTavish now throws it up to the point then. Cross-ice pass, Carlson fires it on. Killorn deflected there off the boards. Going to get it directly on Ananen. Now Killorn back down low in the corner, battling for it then with Ufko, who will bank it off the boards and try and get it down the other way. In front, McTavish, a shot! Gloved by Ananen there. That's a huge save there from a guy who has struggled in Mason McTavish. Not as good of a year as you would expect from a forward like him. He's definitely struggled this year. Good opportunity there for McTavish. Shots are 5-1 in favor of the Ducks. Again, Ananen only one previous game in a live commentary. Dostal's played 8. Face-off here now in the Nashville zone. Barron will clear this one back to center. Preds get it the other way. Here's Holla. Takes it around behind the net. Holla looks for options. Will throw it up top. It's stolen back then by the Ducks. Killorn at center will dump it down low into the Nashville zone. Taken back in the corner then by Justin Barron. Gives it up then for Adam Welsby. Nashville with a very interesting blue line. Not a ton of guys in terms of name value, but these guys have worked out for them pretty well these last couple weeks. Here's Zellweger. Chips it off the boards to center. Nashville steals it back, trying to bank that one down low. They'll regroup here in their own end. With speed now, dumping it down low into the zone was Reed Schaefer. Schaefer on the right side, intercepted then by the Ducks. Lacombe to Zellweger. Will bank this one down low into the Nashville zone. Predators have plenty of time to regroup. Ufko battling forward then in the corner. Zellweger is there as well, battling forward then on the right side, trying to get that one free to Svechkov. Preds will get it to center. It's been a lot of Anaheim here so far this game. Here's Schaefer with some nice moves. Gets knocked off that puck by Trouba. Anaheim will regroup on their own end. Lacombe gives it up then for Carlson. Leo Carlson back over to Seneca. Shot. And that one is denied by Ananen. That was a quick save there from Justice Ananen. That's exactly what you want to see. Anaheim putting the pressure on Nashville here so far. We are about 7 minutes in and scoreless here in the opening period. Have I ever had an extra credit assignment that you hated doing but need to, or you wouldn't get a good grade? No. I've never done extra credit, to be honest. Never done that. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Let's go over the status report here between these two teams per NHL.com. It's actually a pretty lengthy one, so we'll get into it here right away. The Predators did not hold a morning skate out following their 3-2 shootout loss to to the LA Kings on Monday. Mintyukov will return after missing the past 3 games and 4 of 5 with a lower body injury. Zellweger is a healthy scratch. That's not true at all because he's actually in the game, unless if I'm blind. Yeah, Zellweger's in this game, so I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but NHL.com's always somewhat wrong. Vetrano will return to being a healthy scratch in the 5-3 loss against the Calgary Flames on Wednesday. Is this true? No, it is not. So, that's also not true. I guess just Ducks are just, NHL.com is just lying. So, take everything they say with a grain of salt. Gauthier will miss his 4th straight game. He's day-to-day. Ducks return Nathan Gauthier to San Diego. So, mostly just all Anaheim stuff. Nothing really there on Nashville. Face-off coming up here. And Dostal looking a little bit shaken up. He's talking to the goalie coach. He's got a little bit of a concerned look on his face. He's still in the net. But something to keep an eye on there. Hopefully he's okay. He did end up sticking in and playing. We'll see what happens. But he did say he was in a little bit of pain. Or at least that's what I saw. These two teams haven't faced off since October. It's been a long time since these two teams have played each other. They'll play each other one more time at the end of the season on April 16th. Here come the Preds now through center. Stamkos back over then to O'Reilly is intercepted back down low. Anaheim will get this one through center. Seneca with that puck, tried to get it over to Trouba, battling for it then with Carlson. Trouba fires it down low, deflected off the boards. Then Seneca tried to play it back. It's intercepted by O'Reilly. Here come the Preds the other way. Dump back down low then into the Anaheim zone. Dostal of his net to play it. Lacombe chips it off the boards to center. Seneca with some speed will backhand it into the Nashville end as he kind of got knocked off that puck a little bit. Here's Welsby through center, off the boards then to O'Reilly. O'Reilly cross the special Evangelista shot, and that one goes off of Dostal and out of play. Lucas Dostal has not had to face a lot of action here through these first 8 minutes or so of hockey. So to get a shot on like that, good to see. Nashville, obviously, again, they're on a back-to-back. And obviously Anaheim is a far more superior team in terms of pretty much everything. If Nashville does make it, it'd be interesting considering the fact that that Brady Trotz resigned as general manager. They've been on a GM search for a while. And with all those moves he made, they're still somehow in the playoff race. Here's Troy Terry now. We'll drop it back down low then. Over for Leo Carlson, who dumps it down low into the Nashville zone. McTavish over to Terry, battling for it then in the corner. Barron back up top, then to Marchessault. Here come the Preds through center. Wood carries it in back down low. Cross-ice pass. Marchessault, a shot, save, rebound in front. It slides just wide of Dostal. Forsberg got a great chance. It stays out. Barron will keep it in the zone, though. Here's Forsberg, a shot. That one goes high and wide. Now back up top, then to Welsby. Welsby up top to Barron. Barron will bank it off the boards behind the net, then to Forsberg, who kind of gets the puck poke checked away from him and taken back by the Ducks and cleared to center. Regrouping now in his own end then is Barron. Will look for options here in the Nashville zone. About 9 minutes gone in this first period. We are scoreless in Anaheim. Dostal banks it off the boards, then kept in the zone by Nashville. Yost battling for it in the corner then alongside Hines and McTavish. LaRue is there as well. It's stolen back by Hellison, who will get it to center. Killorn with speed. Cross-ice pass, shot on, denied by Annunen. And a good save there, as he's had to face a lot of action. That was Tyson Hines who took that shot. And we stay scoreless. Shots are 7-3 in favor of the Ducks. They've been putting on the pressure here so far. Nashville's not playing terrible, but again, you got to get shots on, and Nashville really struggling to do that. Face-off coming up here now once again in the Nashville zone. 10:39 left to go in the first period. Face-off is won by the Preds. Chipped off the boards and back down low into the Anaheim zone. Schaefer in the corner, trying to throw it up top. Stolen back then by Anaheim. Through center with speed. Zellweger kind of gets poke-checked off that puck a little bit. Anaheim is offsides. They touch the puck. And a whistle is blown off of that little altercation there. 1 year ago today in Watch with Nordic history was 2 live commentaries. Tampa Bay Lightning against the New York Rangers and the San Jose Sharks against the Calgary Flames. Notable tip points out of those 2 commentaries. The Lightning defeated the Rangers 4-2 or 5-1 in that game. And then Calgary defeated San Jose 3-2 in that game. They were pushing for a playoff spot at that point, Calgary, but obviously they were unable to get it. And that was 1 year ago today in Watch with Nordic history. Commentaries number 39 and 40. Hello from Louise, England. Welcome to the Stream Nexus. Face-off one back then by Anaheim. They will dump it down low into the Nashville show. Shame we don't have hockey in the UK. Yeah, definitely got to build up on that more. Bring some more Global Series games there. Schaefer down low, stolen back by Carlson. Cleared all the way back to center. Now Perbix will take it back for Nashville. Paling intercepted then. Here's McTavish coming into the zone. Skates around on his back trying to get around Ufko. He knocks him off his stick. Now a 2-man battle for it here in the corner. Vale alongside Killorn trying to get that one free. Still fighting forward is McTavish. Pass up top. Shot on is denied there by Annan and by Minchukov. And a nice chance there. Here's Killorn. Banks it off the boards. Back down low into the Nashville zone. McTavish trying to play that one away. Stolen back then by Schaefer. Here he comes the other way. Schaefer will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Here's Granlund on the right side for Seneca. Seneca will throw this one back to the neutral zone. Anaheim now regroups with it. It's Trouba down low in the Anaheim zone. About 11 minutes gone here in period number 1. Shots are 8-3 in favor of Anaheim. Here's Lacombe. Deking it down low into the Nashville zone. Lacombe looks for options. Pass back over then for Granlund. Granlund below the line on the Nashville end. O'Reilly trying to get that one free and clear. Carlson up top to Trouba. Trouba dumps it down low to Seneca. Can't get there in time. Seneca now behind the net then throws a pass up top. It's intercepted then by the Preds. Trying to carry this one through center. O'Reilly off the boards then Evangelista. He's got Stamkos. Evangelista takes it back behind the net. Either he didn't see Stamkos, the passing lane wasn't there. Here's another chance in front. O'Reilly was right there, and he doesn't get the backdoor pass. That's disappointing. Here's Carlson dropping it back then to Granlund. Granlund comes in, shoots it on. It's blocked as it gets to the net, and it goes wide of Annanen. Here come the Preds down low in their own zone. Walsby back over then through center. Evangelista carries it in, fires it on. It's blocked. Anaheim will steal this puck back, and here they come the other way. Terry over to Kreider. Kreider with some room. Drops it back, and Paling is knocked off the puck. There is no call. He ran into his teammate Terry. Hopefully he's okay, and we hear some boos from the Anaheim crowd. Here come the Preds the other way, though. Forsberg over then, deking into the zone. A backhand on. Save by Dostal. What a chance by Jonathan Marchessault. And Dostal keeps it out. And we go from boos to cheers here in Anaheim. Oh, my gosh. Been a fan since the Mighty Ducks when you were a kid. Yeah, that's a great team. This is a fun team to watch this year, especially. What a chance for Jonathan Marchessault. Tried to go backdoor on Dostal, but Dostal makes the save, and we are still scoreless. Thank you again, as always, for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. It is greatly appreciated as always. And subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Not a bad crowd for a 10 p.m. game between two teams that we haven't streamed very often. Taking a look at their commentary records when we live stream them. Nashville is 1-2 in 3 live commentaries. Anaheim is 5-3 in 8 live commentaries. So again, we can do a better job at streaming these two teams a lot more. I'll definitely admit that. But, as we keep moving along here, keep getting more commentaries in, those numbers will grow. But I appreciate all your guys' support and all of you guys sticking around here. Update that. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we will be live for 5 more commentaries this week. Tomorrow we have 2. Thursday we have 2. And then we'll end it off on Sunday with a 9 p.m. commentary. I'll read off that schedule after we commentate this segment. Thank you, Anaheim Rob. I appreciate it. I obviously know what team you're rooting for. Face-off in the Anaheim zone is won by the Ducks. Here they come the other way. Minchukov, cross-ice pass, then to Terry, who kind of fumbles the puck a little bit. Battling forward then, down low in the corner. Nashville trying to get it free. What's up, Christine? How we doing? Ducks get it back down low in their own end. Carlson. Off the boards, then Hines. Poke checked away then for Terry. Terry played back down low then and cross-checked into the corner was Paling. That'll be a penalty on Nashville. It's going to be the rookie, Ryan Ufko, who will head to the box, and that will be an Anaheim power play coming up. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. This is a pretty clear power play for the Ducks. I mean, this is textbook, to be honest. You have no secrets. Fair enough. So 2 minutes on this power play with 7:12 to go. Fortunately for the Ducks, I don't do this very often, but I am streaming the Anaheim Ducks next game. It's against the San Jose Sharks on Thursday. We streamed those two teams last week. So we're getting plenty of Anaheim streams here in. Face-off in the Nashville zone is won back then by the Ducks. Down low then is Seneca. Clears it back into the corner, then Paling back up top. Lacombe can't keep it in. And the puck will slide down the other way. It's not 17 minutes. What am I doing? What am I doing? Sorry, guys. Let me update. Let me fix that real quick. Here's Killorn down low into the zone. Stolen back then by the Preds, who will clear it back down the other way. Dostal will get it back then to McTavish. McTavish over then for Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe carries it through center, loops back around then in the Anaheim zone. Back up then for Paling. Paling comes in. Stolen back by the Preds. Preds down low. Walsby off the boards then for LaRue. And bank back down low into the Anaheim zone. I am not, sadly, Christine. I believe I have one more Islanders stream planned before the playoffs. Because I don't know if the Islanders will make it this year. Here's Terry back over to Carlson. Can't convert. Carlson now banks it off the boards up top. Kreider. Cross ice pass to Carlson. Carlson then over for Kreider. Up top, John Carlson. Back to Leo Carlson. Pass is missed. Behind the net then down low, Terry. On the bench side then for Granlund. Ducks trying to cycle the puck here on the power play. Terry poke checked. Yossi back up top. Carlson past the Carlson. Over then Granlund in front. Terry a shot. And that one's down low. Leo Carlson gets it back. Below the line then for Anaheim. Cycles in front. Here's Granlund. Forehand, backhand, forehand. And denied by Annunen. And down the other way the puck goes. Annunen stuck that toe out in time. And the puck stays out. Here's Leo Carlson now through center. Tries to break it into the zone. Puck is chipped all the way back down low into the Anaheim zone. Now Carlson regrouping now in his own end. 5:10 to go in this first period. Power play is over. Not the greatest power play in the world for Anaheim. Yeah, we'll see. They got to win. They got to win on Thursday, that's for sure. Puck slides in on Annunen, who makes the save with 4:59 remaining on the clock. Good move by Granlund, but Annunen stuck the toe out and made the save. We are still tied here in this opening period. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Again, not a big stream here tonight. Wasn't really expecting that with two teams that aren't as popular in terms of live commentaries, but it's all right. It's all good. I don't mind a little chill commentary here and there with just a couple of people in the chat talking it up. Especially with the playoffs coming, we won't get that many more of these. Which I guess is good for my view counts, but that means the streams are getting chaotic. It does. It really does. About 60 subs away from 5,600. Would be great to hit that before the playoffs start. What's crazy is that we're 10 days away. I mean, it feels like the weeks are moving by so quickly. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're 10 days away from tomorrow. And on top of that as well, once we get to Saturday, we're 7 days away. Literally a week from Saturday, we'll be commentating playoff games on the channel. It's crazy to think that we're already at this point where the playoffs are already here. I can't believe it. How have I been doing? I've been doing good. Doing good. Getting ready for the playoffs. Went to a baseball game today. Got a free jersey. They were doing a jersey giveaway. First 4,000 fans got a jersey and a hat. And I was like, hell yeah, I love it. Reading Fighting Phils. Great team. Watched a little bit of the game, then I made the drive back home to commentate this one tonight. Would have loved to have stayed, but I know I need to get more streams in because we're starting to heat up. Face-off coming up here now in the Nashville zone is won back then by the Ducks. Seneca back down low behind the net then. Trying to move it with speed is Mintyukov. Mintyukov off the boards to Granlund. Mikael Granlund now below the line for Anaheim. Granlund skates it around now, looks for options. Try to drop it back to Carlson. Seneca in the corner then for Leo Carlson. Back up top to John Carlson, who can't keep it in the zone. He's forced back out to center. Mintyukov off the boards then. Anaheim trying to carry it back down low. Turnover forced by the Preds. Here they come the other way. Into the zone is Wood. Forsberg intercepted by Seneca, who kind of gets knocked off the puck there a little bit. He was knocked down to the ground. That's a penalty on Forsberg, and we are going to get another Ducks power play as Seneca was interfered with, high-sticked, whatever you want to call it. And we will see another Ducks power play. Hope Gauthier can get back with enough time to get 40 goals this year. Such a good young player, future All-Star. When did this game start? About 20 minutes ago. Yeah, sorry. With Gauthier, yeah, he's had a phenomenal year. I didn't think as a sophomore, Cutter would have almost 40. At this rate, if he's putting up the numbers like that, he could get almost 50 this year. It's good to see. Good to see for the Ducks. Bad for me because I'm a Flyers fan. But don't worry, I'm not gonna rub it in anybody's face or anything. But Philly's doing well right now, so I'll take it. Anaheim power play here now with 4:17 to go. Faceoff is a tie-up on the penalty box side. It's cleared back to center then by the Preds. Carlson gets it back down low. Anaheim breaking it right back in. Terry up top to John Carlson. Carlson back over to Leo Carlson. The two Carlsons exchanging the puck. John Carlson over then to Terry. Terry up top for Anaheim. Back to John Carlson. Granlund to Leo. Leo takes it back around behind the net, then stolen back by the Preds and cleared down the other way. Dostal will drop it off the boards then for Hellison. Hellison drops it back for Leo Carlson. Over then for Terry. Terry to Granlund. Granlund cross-ice pass to the defenseman Carlson. Deflects off his skate and back down low to the corner. Now Nashville will clear it down the other way. Already halfway through the Anaheim power play. Carlson skates it through center. Drops it back then to Paling. Paling to Terry. Terry to Granlund. Shoots it. It's blocked in front. Rebound was there. Taken back quickly by Anaheim. Kreider to Granlund, trying to set up that puck. Kreider over then for Terry, a shot. It goes high and wide. It's kept in the zone. Lacombe up top to Terry. Whistle's blown dead here. I'm not exactly sure for what. Puck might have deflected out of play or something like that. Yeah, definitely. We did get Zegras for cheap. He's been phenomenal. I love Trevor. He's been such an incredible player for us. He scored 2 goals today. Yeah, he's been incredible. You do have McQueen coming up. That's true. I think I talked about McQueen a little bit ago. Here's Seneca battling for it then with Yost. I think I made a video on him. I think it's up on the channel. Yeah, McQueen will be fun to watch. But he may be another year away. We'll see. Puck is deflected down low then into the Anaheim zone. Him going pro is a good sign. Jackson Lacombe carries it through center off the boards then for McTavish. Drop back to Beckett Seneca. Power play will wind down. McTavish fires it on Anna. Goes off the side of the net and back down low to the corner. Power play is over and cleared back to center. Lacombe back over then to McTavish. McTavish then for Killorn, who will backhand it down low to the Nashville end. Barron off the boards to Killorn. Stolen back then by the Preds. Forsberg chipped off the boards to center. And it's blown dead with exactly 2 minutes to go. For, I believe, a high stick is going to be the call on that one. In terms of other scores to look at here, if you're the Nashville Predators, they're only 4 points back of the Utah Mammoth. The Mammoth are currently losing 3-1 to the Oilers on primetime ESPN, which is actually bad news for the Ducks. Ironically enough, it's good news for the Preds. It's bad news for the Ducks if Anaheim wants that number 1 seed in the Pacific Division. Words are escaping me. Down low in the Nashville zone, then less than 2 minutes to go in the period. Forsberg on the right side to center. Svechkov carries it back down the other way, loops it around, pass through his legs, goes off an Anaheim player. Preds keep it in the zone. Barron on the right side. Svechkov gets kind of tied up there by Ian Moore. It's kept in the zone, though. And no, it's not, as it's cleared back to center. Zellweger trying to get that one back. Barron steals it for Nashville and carries it down the other way. Anaheim picks it up back down low. Hellison over then for Lacombe. 1:15 remaining here in the first period. Seneca brings it in down low. Cross-ice pass then goes through the legs of Carlson. Taken back then by Nashville the other way. Evangelista down low then for Yossi. Yossi behind the net then to Lacombe, who battles for it. Carlson trying to get that one free. Seneca carries it now through center. Seneca then for Trouba. Shot denied by Ananen with 46 seconds to go on the clock. 2 points in 2 games for the goals so far. It makes as good of a transition to the NHL. Fun times ahead for Ducks fans. Yeah, Flyers, we'll see what happens, but playoffs seem like they're on the horizon. Wild beat the Kraken. Seattle is really falling out of the race. Remember, at the beginning of March, they were, in a playoff spot, and they're, 4-12 since the Olympic break. They've been terrible. They've lost 4 in a row. They're 1-7-2 in their last 10. Face-off here now is won by Anaheim. Trouba will try and bank it down low. It's stolen back then by O'Reilly and cleared to center. Schaefer banks it off the boards. Back down low then to the Anaheim zone. Lacombe battling for it in the corner with O'Reilly. Svechkov trying to get it free. Schaefer down low in the corner for Nashville. Stolen back then by the Ducks. Here they come the other way. Paling will bank this one off the boards. And back into the Nashville zone. Not enough for an icing. 20 seconds to go in the opening period. Nashville will clear this one all the way back down low to the Anaheim zone. This one's not an icing either. Now 10 seconds on the clock. Ducks will clear the other way. Here's Terry. 1-0 on the breakaway. Shot on, denied by Ananen. And 3 seconds to go. Puck is deflected behind the net. And that'll do it. A great breakaway there in the last few moments for Troy Terry. He's denied by Ananen. And Justice Ananen, the biggest X factor in that first period. We are scoreless after 20 minutes of play from Anaheim. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of period number 2 momentarily. This is the countdown until the second. And as always, thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We are about 65 subscribers away from 5,600, so I would love it if you guys could help me get to that milestone before the start of the playoffs. That'd be great. But yeah, besides that, I hope you guys are having a great day so far. It's another wonderful night of hockey. Not a lot of, playoff implication. There is, but on the Western side, not necessarily. I believe Calgary can be eliminated today. I'm not exactly sure now, but we do have a confirmed first-round matchup. So the Avalanche, with their, I believe, win today over the Blues, they have now clinched the first seed in the Central Division. And that means there is a confirmed first-round matchup between the Anaheim Ducks between the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild. It's late. I know. It's late. That's going to be a fun series. Again, we commentated those two teams previously, earlier this year on our 200 stream. It's a battle. Those are two teams that love to play each other hard. And again, they're two of the top teams in the Central Division, two of the top teams in the NHL. They got some of the best power play and PK percentages in the league as well. It's going to be interesting. Again, when you look at these two teams and their power plays, Dallas has the second best power play in the NHL. Minnesota has the third best. Goals for per game. Dallas has the ninth best. Wild have the 10th best. Dallas is the second best goals against average. The Wild have the fourth best. It's the matchup between those two teams is razor sharp. It's going to be a really fun series against those two teams when they play each other for sure. So I'm definitely looking forward to that series for sure. But that's our first confirmed series of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So it should be pretty fun to see that. But you know what that means? That means we'll probably stream at least 2 of those games on the channel. I think my playoff plan is what we're going to try and do is kind of every other day, because usually on any given day there's 4 games during the first round. The plan is probably to do 2 different series on one night, and then obviously it'd be the next night we do 2 other series, and then the following night we do the 2 other series we didn't stream on the first day, if that makes sense. I'll release my schedule when we get there, but we're still a ways away from that still until we have to worry about what exactly the playoff schedule is going to be and all that. But once I get my schedule, oh man, I'll be writing it up till the end of the first round, because I plan on doing basically the entire first round of the playoffs, depending on what my limitations with the Reading Royals are. Because for those who don't know, I have to mention this every time, I work for the Reading Royals ECHL team, and I do work for them on their broadcast and stuff. So if they play playoff games, which they will, I'll be out those days. Yeah, Stars won in overtime. Avalanche are the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. So, there you go. But yeah, not really an eventful first period there. There's not really a lot to talk about. I'm going to be honest with you. A couple good saves from Justice Annunen, who's had to play well with Anaheim putting on the pressure. But besides that, it really wasn't that eventful of a first period, to be honest. There were a couple power plays for the Ducks. Shots are 12-5 Anaheim through 20 minutes of play. And again, these are two big points for the Preds. They need these. So we'll see what happens there with that if they're able to get in. But pretty much the winner of this series, the winner of this wild card race in that second spot, they will play Colorado.
Till the next game, and then we'll do another interview about it. So, if our viewers are going to rush to buy their tickets and come watch for a first time, what can they expect? Well, there's, like I said, we got sports cars.
Why not 4 periods?
You got these stadium trucks.
What do you mean? Like in an NHL game? It's always been 3 periods. 3 20-minute periods. That's what it's always been. It's not like quarters in NBA or halves in the... Well, I guess NFL has quarters too. So I... or innings in baseball. Anybody baseball fans in the chat? I'm a big baseball fan. Big Phillies fan. They're losing right now to the Giants. It's a little annoying, but it's only because I'm not watching the game. That's why they're losing. Don't have hockey in the UK. All good. What's up, Von Hook? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Like the A's. I got an A's hat back there. Fun team. Shots 12-5 in favor of Anaheim. Here's our commentary schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we are live streaming the New York Rangers and the Buffalo Sabres, as well as the Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks. On Thursday, we are doing the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Detroit Red Wings and the San Jose Sharks versus the Anaheim Ducks. And then on Sunday, we are doing the Utah Mammoth and the Calgary Flames as a 9 o'clock matchup there. And then that following week, we will have 5 more commentaries at the max. Will the Flyers make the playoffs? I don't want to jinx it. I've promised myself I'm not jinxing it. So I'm going to say I don't know for now, but the odds are in their favor. I can't jinx it, man. I can't do it. Can't bring myself to do it. By the way, this is commentary stream number 208. Again, thank you all so much for your support. So yeah, if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about, comment it down below. We still got about 9 minutes till the second period. All right.
It's time for a look at the Western Conference out-of-town scoreboard. There's lots of scores that will impact the Ducks and the playoff race. We're going to start in the Central Division. After knocking off the Avalanche in Colorado 2 nights ago, the Blues hosted the Avs in St. Louis. Colorado won 3-1. The Flames continued their 6-game road trip in Dallas. That game went to overtime. 4-3 the final score. Wyatt Johnston, the hero in that one. The Kraken were trying to keep their slim playoffs alive in Minnesota, but the Wild beat them 5-2. And finally, 2 games with huge implications for the Ducks. Edmonton currently up 3-1.
I should mention, too, Vegas plays today against Vancouver. If Vegas beats Vancouver, they will pass the Ducks unless the Ducks win. If the Oilers win, they will move up to 89 points. If Anaheim wins tonight, they are still tied. If Anaheim loses tonight, they are behind by 2. But regardless of what Anaheim does, if the Oilers win, they will be ahead of the Ducks in the Pacific. So it does create a very interesting discussion. You know, asking the question about what happens with that. But we'll see. We shall see. All right. Check my bank account. Forgot to take a look at that today. Check my zeros in my bank account. Or the negatives, I guess. To pay off school soon. You guys don't care about that. I'm just talking to myself. All right, second period coming up in about 5 minutes, guys. Stick around. 5 minutes till period number 2. Ducks Angels giveaway jersey. That looks sick. Might have to ask my boy Rex. Who is the Ducks fan? He's not in the don't believe he's in the chat right now. Ask my boy Rex if he's going to that game. Oh boy. How did I find it with this icon? Huh. All right, there we go. All right, period number 2 coming up in about 3 minutes, guys. Period number 2 in 3 minutes. Scoreless after 1 here in Anaheim. Ducks were by far the better team. We will see if that matters here in the second period. Late again, but good evening. What's up, Tim? Not a problem. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I know your Canucks are playing today. I decided to stream a team that I haven't streamed in forever. I don't think I have any more Canucks streams for the rest of the year, sadly. So. Hope you're doing good, though, Tim. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Nashville Predators. First period recap. No goals in that opening period as we are tied after 1. After 20 minutes of play, getting ready for the next 20 here in just a moment. I may have one more Islanders stream, Sharky. We'll see. I'll be thinking about it. I'm kind of holding back with my schedule next week. I need to see what the playoff race is looking like before I make a decision on that. Stats through 20. Shots are 12-5 in favor of Anaheim. Face-off percentage is 58% in favor of the Ducks. Power plays, Anaheim is 0 for 2. Nashville yet to have a power play here tonight. Hits are 7-4 Ducks, and block shots are 5-2 Predators. And getting ready for period number 2. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Should be a very entertaining second period. The first period was pretty fun, if I do say so myself. And I may have started a little bit too early here. I thought they were back and ready to go for period number 2. I may be a little bit off by a couple minutes. Again, the amount of streams that I do, sometimes I make mistakes. I may have made a mistake here. We may not be ready to start the second yet. They're just showing replays of the first period right now. But anywho, we'll get the icon up. All right, we are back and ready to go. Here's Justice Ananen. Last 7 games with the Nashville Predators is a .925. He's 3-4 though, but he's made some saves here for Nashville in his last couple of games and has played pretty well. And in one live commentary stream against the Washington Capitals, had an .867 save percentage, allowed 4 goals. He's playing in his second live commentary stream tonight. And here we go. Period number 2 is underway. Faceoff is won back then by the Predators. Down low then into their own zone. Josi off the boards behind his own net then for Evangelista, who banks it off the boards. It's kept in then by Anaheim. Here's in front. Seneca's shot saved there by Ananen. And the rebound's carried away to the right side. Preds take it now through center. Evangelista then for Josi. Josi joins the rush, battling for it in the corner. Then puck takes a weird bounce off the boards. And Anaheim carries it now through center. Leo Carlson drops it back for Seneca. Seneca now down low in the corner off the boards then for Carlson. Carlson will look for options. Pass back down low to Seneca. Goes off the side of the net and back up top to the point. John Carlson to Lacoma shot. And that one goes off of Ananen back down low. Nashville will regroup here in their own zone. Try and look for options here as they carry it through center. Evangelista will dump this one back down low. Now Nashville trying to get it away. Stolen back by the Ducks and backhanded into the Nashville end. Leo Carlson gets it back for Anaheim. Off the boards then is Minchukov. Shot on, save there. Rebound in front for Terry. And Ananen keeps it out. And still, Justice Anaheim having to make some great saves tonight. Now up to 15 saves on the game. As he's already had to shell out 3 pucks that have come his way. Again, that's a guy who was previously on the Colorado Avalanche, did not have a great year last year, was traded to Nashville, and the numbers were not good last year either with the Preds. But then again, what can you do? Nashville was not a good team last year. He's been better this year, that's for sure. Anaheim has it here down low in their own zone. Now Ryan Poehling will carry it through center for the Ducks. Forsberg trying to break this one off the boards. Terry back down low, battling for it then with Kreider. Nashville intercepts that puck. Here they come through center. Marchessault intercepted then by Terry. Down low now, Carlson banks it off the boards and back down low into the Nashville zone. This won't be an icing with a little under 2 minutes gone. So again, both goaltenders have stopped everything that have come their way. Dostal has not faced a lot of shots. Dostal now with an 886 in Watch with Nordic live commentary streams. The league average for Watch with Nordic commentaries by a goaltender is an 887. Face-off won by Nashville, shot on, saved by Dostal. And a nice little save there from up top. Some pushing and shoving down low, but it ends quickly. Time to get smoked, Nashville. We'll see, brother. We will see. They're kind of getting smoked so far in terms of the shots. But we shall see. Got to convert on the scoring sheet, though, if you're the Ducks. Face-off here now in the Anaheim zone. It's Seneca versus Hala. Face-off won by Nashville. Shot on back down low then to Yost. Trying to shoot that one on. He's blocked. Hey, thanks for the $3 dono, Anaheim Rob. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. It means a lot when you guys donate to me. Thank you so much. Here's a shot from Ufko, and that one goes wide. Back down low then behind the net. Yost in the corner then, battling for it then with LaRue, who tries to throw it up top to Ufko. He can't keep it in the zone. Now Zellweger battling for it then with Ufko. Taken back down low by Perbix. Perbix will play the puck behind the net then. Shot on by Lacombe. Save rebounds in front. They jab at that puck. Cleared away. Lacombe keeps it in. Back down low then to Vale. Vale to Lacombe. Cross-ice pass. Trouba shot. Denied by Ananen, who keeps that puck out. And now the physicality mounts up furthermore. Shots are 18-6 in favor of the Ducks. They love to lob shots on. Anaheim had the most shots in a single game earlier this year. I'm not sure if that record still stands. We live streamed that game. They had 52 shots against the Blackhawks. Sorry, trying to look around for something here. I'm not sure what I'm looking for went. Still 17-16 remaining here in period number 2. Face-off is won by the Predators. Battling forward then in the corner. Shot goes wide of Ananen. Back down low. Svechkov in the Nashville zone. Clears it back to center. McTavish. Back now battling for it down low. Grab back then by Schaefer. Trying to throw a pass in front. Deflected in the air off of Hellison. Nearly went into the back of the net. Thankfully, Dostal batted it out of the air and wide. At center now, Barron. Gains the zone. Dumps it down low. Off the boards, Joachim Kemmel. That's a guy that I'm really high on there in Nashville. Kemmel trying to bank it off the boards, then back to McTavish. McTavish battling forward then with Schaefer on the right side. McTavish trying to get that one free. Svechkov cleared to center. Killorn gives it back then for Vale. Vale dekes it in. Killorn a shot. Saved there by Ananen. Puck goes up and out of play. And that is the 20th shot of the game for the Ducks. At 16-12 in this second period. Ducks win 5-0. We'll have to see if they can put the numbers on. Face-off here now in the Nashville zone is won by Anaheim. Lacombe forced out to center by the Preds. In the zone now, O'Reilly back down low then for Yost. Yost behind the net then for the Preds. Carries it below the line. Yost battling for that puck. Back off to Stamkos. Stolen back then by Seneca. Seneca off the boards then to Lacombe. Lacombe will chip it down low. Try to clear it off the boards then back to Seneca. Seneca up top then to Stamkos. What a move there by the Hall of Famer Stamkos. Yost into the zone. Circles back around now looking for options. Throws it down low. O'Reilly. Pass back over to Stamkos is broken up. Now Yossi dumps it back behind the net then for O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Stamkos in front. Shot on save. Rebound down to Dostal. Trying to jab at that puck is O'Reilly. It's still in the crease. And it comes free. O'Reilly will throw it up to the point. But nobody is there for Nashville. And it slides back down the other way. Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle for Dostal, at least recently. Hopefully he can change that. Here's Marchessault's shot. Save there by Dostal as he takes that one in the chest. So yeah, furthermore on my point about the Ducks, they love to take shots. They have the third most amount of shots per game on average. They average 30 shots a game. There are only 3 teams in the NHL that average 30 shots per game. The Ducks are one of them. And they've done a phenomenal job at putting pressure on goaltenders. It's a matter of converting on those chances. Here come the Ducks now through center with speed. Maybe they'll do it here. It's Terry into the zone. Shoots it on. It goes back wide of Annunen. Paling up top to Carlson. A shot. That one goes wide. Now Marchessault clears it back down the other way. Here's a 2-on-1 developing. It's Wood. Shoots it. Save. Rebounds in front. It's in Dostal's glove as Forsberg hit it from out of the air. And what a save by Lucas Dostal there as the Predators are answering back and getting a couple of chances of their own. And I think that puck may have just deflected out of the air. I don't think Forsberg got a piece of that. So Anaheim third in shots, but 12th in goals for in the league. Puck is cleared back to center, then Ufko. Off the boards, bank back down low into the Anaheim zone. I will say this. I think Dostal is better than his numbers speak. But he definitely needs to fix up some points of his game. He's still relatively young. We forget that. He's not like a rookie, obviously, but he's still relatively new to the league. This is his first real year as Anaheim's full #1 starter. Because again, you forget last year they had Gibson. Bank back down low into the Nashville zone. Ufko off the boards then for Schaefer. Schaefer to center then. Marchessault battling for it then over then for Carlson. Carlson off the boards to Moore. And to his credit too, Anaheim's blue line is really young. They're prone to making mistakes. It happens. Offsides here against Nashville. But I will say this. He's a much better goaltender than his numbers speak of. 13:44 left to go here in period number 2. We are still tied. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Let's take a look at the goaltender save percentages here. And again, it's pretty much what you see on the screen. Lucas Dostal, 9 saves for the Ducks so far. And 20. Damn commercials, I know, right? So a little update here on the scores around the NHL. Vegas and Vancouver is still tied at 0 apiece in the second period of that game. Oilers and Mammoth is 4-3 Edmonton. The Mammoth have started making a comeback late in the second period. Face-off here now is won back then by the Preds in the neutral zone. Dump back down low into the Anaheim end. Off the boards then down low. Trying to get that one through is Vale. Holla battling forward then with McTavish. Cleared back down low then. Ducks get it back through center. Vale. Poke checks it ahead. Taken back then by the Preds. Here's Wowsby. Back over then for Holla. Holla dumps it down low into the Anaheim zone. LaRue battling forward on the right side. Anaheim gets it to center. McTavish will dump it down low into the Nashville zone. Grabbed back perfectly then by Wowsby. And now the other way then. Trying to bring that one in down low was Kemmel. Kemmel cross ice pass. Holla shot. He scores! Eric Holla, his 13th goal of the season, the first career assist for Joakim Kemmel. And the Predators have taken the early one, or the, I guess not so early 1-0 lead here in this second period, nearly halfway through. And that's not ideal there. It's a nice pass to center from the rookie Joakim Kemmel, first career assist for him. Adam Wowsby gets the other assist on that goal, and Nashville has struck first. It's 1-0. On their 10th shot of the game as well. Here's Yossi. Battling forward then on the right side. Played back up top then. Yost over there for Yossi. A shot on, deflected off of Dostal back down low now. Terry battling for that puck. Cleared back into the corner. O'Reilly in front. Yossi, a shot goes above Dostal. Grabbed back then by Tyson Yost, who banks it off the boards. Back down low to the corner. Minchukov throws it back the other way. Granlund through his legs to Leo Carlson. Knocked off that puck by O'Reilly. Stamkos gets it to center. Will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Carlson off the boards to Stamkos in front. Here's Ufko, backhand in. Shot, rebound, denied by Dostal as Perbix had a good chance there. Both of Nashville's defensemen joining the rush. Here's Svechkov on the right side, then back up top, Perbix. Over to Ufko. Ufko, nice move around Granlund. Pass back over then, and a shot on by Schaefer is blocked. And cleared back to center. Ufko will dump it back down low. The Predators are making a bit of a push here. Schaefer behind the net then for Nashville. Up top then for Barron, who keeps it just in the zone. Now Evangelista fighting with Carlson. Luke Evangelista trying to get that one free. Fighting forward alongside Minchukov. Schaefer gets it loose. Up top then. Barron, a shot is blocked, and the Ducks take advantage. Here's Granlund the other way. He's got some room. He's knocked off the puck by Barron, and not a lot of options there for Granlund. Ducks keep it in, though. Trouba, a shot, and that one is blocked as well. Here's Paling. Intercepted then. Now Lacombe keeps it down low in the zone. Kreider in front. Lacombe, a shot denied as Annunen gets that one up with the glove and keeps it out. 10:49 left to go in the second period. Anaheim trying to get the chances on the tie. But Justice Annunen with some big saves as Eric Holla with his 13th goal of the year. And fun little fact about Eric Holla. That is his 4th goal in a commentary stream. First as a Predator. The other 3 came in the Olympics for Finland. Faceoff won by Nashville. It's cleared back to center. Lacombe will pick it back up then for the Ducks. Lacombe off the boards to Kreider. Kreider over then for Paling. Paling shoots it into the chest of Justice Ananen. And not a lot of room there for Paling. Again, you're being held to the outside. Face-off coming up here now in the Nashville zone. Paling versus Wood on the draw. Face-off one back then by Nashville. Marchessault will backhand this one off the boards to center. Lacombe with 10.5 minutes to go. Stolen back then by Nashville. Wood drops it back to Marchessault. He's tripped. That'll be a penalty. Preds control though for now. Marchessault intercepted. It's kept in though by the Preds. They stay alive. Josi over then for Shea. Cross-ice pass. Marchessault then for Josi. Josi at the point. Down low. Deflected off a Paling stick. Shot on goes wide. Ducks finally get control. And with 9:59 to go on the clock, we will see the Predators get their first power play of the game. So after Eric Holla put the Preds on the board, Nashville will get a power play. It's 1-0 Preds here in the second. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to get some waters real quick. Forgot to do that before I got started here, so I will be right back. All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Had to grab some waters here super quick. Got to stay hydrated. Always all about that. At least I am. Halfway through this hockey game tonight, Nashville will head to a power play again for the Preds. These are 2 big points that they need to claim. As for the Anaheim Ducks, I would say they're firmly in a playoff spot. 89 points on the year. San Jose is the next closest Pacific, or LA actually, is the next closest Pacific Division team to catching the Ducks. 83 points with the same amount of games played. Nashville needs these points to pass the LA Kings. So I guess either way, you're kind of helping yourself out here if you're the Ducks. Face off in the Anaheim zones, won by the Ducks on this Nashville power play. It's cleared back to center. Again, if Nashville wins, they knock LA out of a playoff spot. That decreases the chances of them catching the Ducks. If Anaheim wins, they move further ahead of the Kings. Here's Marchessault. Back down low then, battling forward up top. Josi, backhand down low then. Stamkos to Forsberg. Shot on there is blocked. Rebounds in the crease. Back up top then, Josi. Over to Stamkos. Stamkos now takes it below the line for the Preds. Pass back up top then, Josi. Over to Marchessault. Nashville trying to set up here on the power play. Marchessault. Up top, Josi. Pass to Stamkos. A shot denied. Rebounds in front. O'Reilly takes it back then for the Preds. Down low behind the net, then in front. Josi, a shot is in the air. They jab at that puck, but Dostal covers up any rebound that's there and stops it for now. Nearly halfway through the Nashville power play. They're trying to set up, trying to get open there and get those clear chances in front. Shots are 21-15. Face off in the Anaheim zone once again, won by the Preds. Josi back over then for Forsberg. Forsberg over then for Josi. Forsberg up top, fires it into the chest of Dostal. They thought a rebound was there. He did have it in his pads, but not enough. Not enough to keep play going. Face off here now once again, won by Nashville. Forsberg down low to O'Reilly. O'Reilly up top to Forsberg. Forsberg to the point to Josi. Josi to Forsberg. Shoots it, he scores! Philip Forsberg with the screen in front through the traffic. And he has his 38th goal of the year. Nashville scores on the power play. It's 2-0. And that's a little frustrating there for Anaheim. They've been playing better in this game, but Dostal clearly screened, trying to look for the puck. Just unfortunately did not have the timing there to make that save on Forsberg, and the Predators have now taken a 2-0 lead. Not ideal there for Anaheim. Face off at center, one back by the Ducks. LaRue banks it off the boards and out of play at 8:29. Assist on that goal come from Josi and O'Reilly. Philip Forsberg, that is his 4th goal with the Preds in a live commentary. As reminder, he has a hat trick in a Watch with Nordic live stream. Previously, that was a couple of months ago. It's crazy all the streams we've done. Face off here at center is one back then by the Ducks. It goes in on Dostal. Trouba off the boards to center. Granlund, cross-ice pass to Carlson. Carlson tries to get around Shea. Throws it back up top. Trouba clears it behind the net then. Lacombe battles for it. Down low then with Perbix. Here's Granlund in front. Save there. Rebound in front for Ananen. It's denied, and Lacombe put a backhand on, but Ananen covers up with 8:01 to go. Justice Ananen continues to stop everything that is coming his way. And now the offense is woken for Nashville. Hala and Forsberg make it 2-0 Preds. Face-off coming up here now in the Nashville zone. It's one back by the Ducks. Preds will get it back to center despite that. Anaheim will end up dumping it back down low as soon as I say that. Here's Ryan O'Reilly through center. O'Reilly with some room. He turns on the Jets, gets knocked off that puck quickly. Down low in the corner, then Carlson off the boards, battling for it, then is Mintyukov. Carlson gets it back behind the net then and cleared all the way back into the Nashville zone. That's an icing. My clock is still a bit delayed. Sorry about that. Still a little bit delayed on my end. We have a confirmed Stars Wild matchup. Yep. It is confirmed. The only thing that that needs to be confirmed is the seeding. Whether they will be home, which team will be home or away. It'll be a fun series to watch. Those are two really good teams. Should be fun to see. Face off here now in the Anaheim zone. It is one back then by the Ducks. Mintyukov behind his own net then for Anaheim. Ryan Poehling battling for it on the right side then with Marchessault. Back down low then for Mintyukov. Wood fighting with Forsberg. Up top then down low. Marchessault, a deflected chance there. Goes back into the corner. Now Poehling battling for it as well. Mintyukov trying to get it free. It's chipped off the boards to center. Here come the Ducks the other way. Terry brings it in. Knocked off that puck by Ufko. McTavish right side to Marchessault. Now Wood trying to carry it through. Moore banks it back down low. 2-on the other way. It's Moore into the zone. Back over to Zellweger. A shot denied by Anaheim. And another big save there for Justice Anaheim. Apologies on that call. It was Washi who was on the rush there with Zellweger. Thankfully, he didn't score, so it didn't screw up the commentary call. It was not Moore, it was Washi. I don't know why I had in my brain that it was Moore. Because it was most definitely not. It was definitely not. Face off here now in the Nashville zone. One back by the Ducks. Lacombe up top, fires it on. Rebound shot from Washi's blocked. It's cleared back into the Anaheim zone. Lacombe fighting with Kemmel. Hollow's there as well, trying to get it free. Washi through center. Wilsby gets it back then for the Preds. Down low in the zone, Barron. Chipped off the boards to center. LaRue knocked off that puck. Lacombe battling forward as well. Played back below the line then. Washi will carry this one through center. Cleared back down low into the Nashville zone. Moore battling forward with Carlson. Washi gets it back then for the Ducks. Washi battling forward here now. Down low in the corner. It's cleared all the way back to the neutral zone. Minchukov off the boards, then through center. Seneca gets it back for the Ducks. Back at Seneca on the right side, then battling forward. It's cleared to center. Preds get it back. Yost down low for Wilsby. Preds taking their sweet time. 5.5 minutes to go here in period number 2. Seneca back over then for Carlson. Carlson goes around Yossi. Back up top then Seneca. Back to Carlson now below the line up top. Hines, cross ice pass then into the zone. Shot on, saved there by Anaheim. A good chance from Drew Hellison. 5:16 to go in period number 2. Anaheim is putting the pressure on Justice Anaheim, but Anaheim's done a good job tonight. It is a 2-0 lead for the Predators. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. The Ducks are pretending to be a playoff team. On a level, you might be right. On a level, you might be wrong. Anaheim's a young team. I think we missed that. Anaheim is still a very young team with a lot of potential still, so, you know. Oh my goodness. So 2-0 lead for Nashville. Eric Haula and Philip Forsberg with the 2 goals. Forsberg has 4th goal in a Watch with Nordic live commentary. Back here in Honda Center, Ducks have put on the pressure. But Justice Anaheim, 24 saves so far. Dostal only 15. Ducks need to get something going here to try and switch momentum here at the end of this second period. They've done it before. Let's see if they can do it again. Face-off is cleared back to center. Lacombe off the boards then for Trouba down low. Trouba for Lacombe off the boards then for Carlson. Bank back down low then into the Nashville zone. Shea battling with Granlund. Cleared back to center then. Stamkos off the boards then for Yossi, who will backhand it down low. O'Reilly trying to poke check around Trouba. Grab back then by Seneca here through center. Granlund fighting with Yossi. Can't get there in time. It's an icing. Tough call, but it is the call. I mean, for the Preds, these points do matter more. You need at least one. You get one, you tie the Kings. Face off here now in the Anaheim zone. Jabbing at that puck. It's won back then by the Ducks. Granlund through center. Will bank it back down low into the Nashville zone. 4.5 minutes to go in the second. Shot on by Carlson's denied. Paling. Back over then down low. Poke checked away. Preds will chip it off the boards and all the way back down low into the Anaheim zone. And that's an icing against the Preds. Nashville gonna go to win. We'll see, bro. We will see. But they're in a good spot right now. Joakim Kemmel, first career assist. Face-off here now is cleared back down low into the Nashville zone, and a Duck is tripped. And we have a penalty coming up against the Preds. It's going to be on Fedor Svechkov. And we will see the Anaheim Ducks head to the power play with 4:16 to go in period number 2. This is a huge chance. The Ducks have struggled to put offense on basically the entire game, or get pucks past Anaheim the entire game. They put offense on, but they can't convert. And you have to convert here on this one. If you do, you can switch momentum a certain way, and that could put them in a big advantage. Face off in the Preds end then is won by Nashville. They'll backhand it all the way back down low into the Anaheim zone. So that was short-lived. Carlson behind the net then for the Ducks. Drops it back then to Terry, who kind of fumbles the puck a little bit. Terry gets it back at center. O'Reilly intercepted there. The two Carlsons will regroup with it back down low into the Anaheim zone. Leo Carlson now carries it through center. Carlson back for Kreider. Down low, Nashville steals it right back and dumps it down the other way. Anaheim 0 for 2 on the power play. Nashville, they do have a power play goal tonight. Terry for Carlson. Carlson will dump it around behind the net then. Granlund up top. Carlson. Back over then to Terry. Terry to Carlson at the point. Bank back down low then into the Nashville zone furthermore. Perbix will steal it back then for the Preds. Terry. Up top to Granlund. Granlund shoots it, deflected in the air, and out of play. Give credit where it's due. The Preds are being very aggressive here on this PK. Why can't I find this? Where on earth did my thing go? Still looking for what I was looking for earlier. I have no idea where it went. Oh, here it is. Behind my phone stand, of course. Face off here now in the Nashville zone. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Face off is won back by the Preds. They will try and clear. Anaheim keeps it in. Paling tried to get a shot on. He fumbles that puck. Nashville clears it down the other way. Anaheim wanted another penalty on that play, but they won't get it. 30 seconds to go. Lacombe drops it back then for Seneca. Seneca's tripped. Nashville gets it back, and yup, that's another penalty there on the Preds. That is absolutely huge there for Anaheim. Seneca is tripped. We're going to get some 5-on-3 time for the Ducks. It's a 2-0 lead for the Preds. Anaheim will get 22 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Their power play has been very, very slow tonight. Nashville's been aggressive at getting to those pucks. The Ducks haven't gotten a ton of chances on the man advantage. And they have a chance here. If they score early on this power play, you have another power play for a few more minutes. Only down by 1. We'll see what happens. Face-off coming up here now in the the Nashville zone. Granlund will win the draw. Carlson up top, 5-on-3 for 20 seconds. Terry to Carlson. Carlson to Terry. Terry down low, shoots it, save, rebound in front, and Anaheim keeps it out. Carlson to Granlund. Back to Carlson. Terry at the right circle, fires it up in the air, and the puck goes up and out of play. The first penalty has expired, but fortunately, though, the Ducks can still score here as they have another power play for 1:37. They got the chances on that sequence, though, but gotta get the right shot on. Face off again in the Nashville zone. Shots 25-17. Face off is taken back by the Preds. LaRue will chip it off the board shorthanded. His speed will get him there first. He tried to throw a shot there on Dostal. It goes wide. And now the Preds regrouping in their own zone with the puck. Here it comes the other way. Shorthanded, a shot on there by Haula. Goes wide. This is a disastrous power play here for the Ducks. Lacombe trying to get it free behind the net then for Anaheim. Just over a minute remaining here on the man advantage. Lacombe through center. Off the boards for Paling. Pass back over then for Killorn. Seneca up top to Lacombe. Lacombe for McTavish. In front then Paling. Back to Lacombe. Up top McTavish. Down low Killorn looks for options. Tied up there in the corner. Paling gets it back. Chipped off the boards to the point. Lacombe keeps it in for Anaheim. Back over then to Seneca. Seneca down low. Paling pass over. And a chance there for Lacombe is broken up. Predators will take it back the other way. It's a 2-on-0 breakaway. Into the zone. A shot. They score! A disastrous power play for the Ducks leads to a 2-on-0 breakaway shorthanded. And the Predators take a 3-0 lead. Not only are you trying to spoil, but you're wrong, dude. So please don't attempt to spoil. Don't say that. Next time I'm giving you a timeout. Brady Shea shorthanded on a 2-on-0 breakaway from Perbix. And Ryan O'Reilly. Brady Shea is his third goal of the season. Only 3 goals this year from Brady. And it's a 3-0 lead for Nashville. Final minute of play here in period number 2. Anaheim still has 23 more seconds of power play time. Face-off is won back then by the Ducks. Carlson will carry it through center. It's cleared back down low into the Nashville zone. Walsby off the boards then. Granlund stolen back by Anaheim. Up top, Kreider. Puck will slide back to center as the Ducks can't keep it in. Hearing some boos here from the Anaheim crowd. Terry into the zone. Shot on there is gloved by Ananen with 32 seconds on the clock. What a game from Justice Ananen. He's played phenomenal tonight. 26 saves on 26 shots. He's held things down here for the Nashville Predators tonight. Another frustrating outing from the Ducks, and especially Dostal. It is what it is. A 2-0 breakaway. What are you supposed to do? Face off in the Nashville zone, then won by the Ducks. Shot there from the point, goes up in the air and wide. At center then, Washi carries it back in. Pass back down low then, Trouba. Shot saved by Annan, and rebound was there. And now a battle going on in the corner. Annan getting into it with 15 seconds to go. Annan deep in the battle, down low. And Annan did not like what one of the Ducks players did, and he joined the battle. Dostal staying in his net, for those who are not wondering. For those who are wondering. Dostal did not come over to challenge, so we weren't going to see a goalie fight in that sequence. Wouldn't be the first time. How are they losing by 3? They're outplaying Nashville in terms of the shots. I guess you say they're out shooting Nashville, but Preds have been able to score. The Ducks have not. Penalties will be assessed here on that sequence. Double minor on Jeffrey Vale, and that's it. Oh, boy. 4-minute power play coming up for Nashville. Double minor penalty for Jeffrey Vale. Might be a 2-minute, actually. Regardless of that, it is going to be a power play for the Preds. Here with 15 seconds to go, looks like it'll be a 2-minute power play, not a double minor. I apologize. Face-off coming up here now in the Anaheim zone. Maybe it is a double minor. They're showing the double minor icon on my screen. Puck is cleared back into the Nashville zone. Yossi carries it through center, back over then to Marchessault. Final seconds, wind down. Forsberg up top to Yossi. Forsberg a shot. It goes wide of Dostal. And that will do it for period number 2. The tension seemed to start boiling here, but so do the goals. Eric Halla, Philip Forsberg, and Brady Shea. 3 unanswered goals for the Preds in this second period. And now for Nashville, you're 1 period away from claiming a big 2 points and getting back in that second wild card spot. And Anaheim, little devastating to see them reacting like this. They're putting on the chances they can't convert. We are 3-0 lead for the Preds after 40 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. Believe it or not, we have one more period of this. So go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for period number 3 momentarily. Ducks are giving away games at this point. They need to get this turned around big time before the playoffs start. Yeah. You're definitely right. Here's my thing though with Anaheim. They're a young team. I think we forget that a lot. They're still a very young team. I'm not excusing what they're doing in this game, but they're still young. So I'm not going to jump on and play the blame game that fast. But yeah, they definitely need to be playing better, but they're still young. This will be their first year of being in the playoffs. They'll get there. I see what you're saying, though. It's frustrating, for sure. I agree with you. It's frustrating with how they're just giving up games, it seemingly feels like. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Subscribe or like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentaries. Maybe we'll see a late Anaheim comeback here. Who knows? Have to go to sleep. Got to find a presentation I didn't even start to work on. It's all good, man. Make sure you're staying on top of your school, though. Definitely recommend that. School always comes first. But have a good night, Sharky. Believe me, I'm there too. I only have like a couple. I only have a couple of weeks left of college as well. So, oh well. All right, let's update the all-time score sheet here super quickly. Predators lead 3-0 after 40 minutes of play here against the Anaheim Ducks. It does seem like Nashville definitely wants it more than Anaheim. But the Ducks have done a good job at getting chances. They're out shooting Nashville by still a pretty significant amount, nearly a little like by 8. I'm saying nearly 20. That's not math. But they can't get goals. What's up, Michael? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Nice little win for your Kings last night. Not good to see the Preds winning, though, for you. But stupid Ducks, yeah. Not good for your Kings, but they won well last night. I watched a little bit of the game. You know, you take what you can get, but you're gonna literally be booted out even if this game goes to overtime. Like, Anaheim has to win in regulation for you to stay in that spot, and it doesn't look like that's happening. It's not impossible. The Ducks have had comebacks before. This wouldn't be like their first time ever coming back, or first time this season coming back, but still though, it's not ideal. Multi-point game for Ryan O'Reilly. Your teams are better than mine. Yeah. Well, Tim, someday maybe that's not true. Who am I kidding? Can't see it, but I'm nodding my head in agreement. Yeah. Yeah, Tim's a Canucks fan, for those who have forgotten. But yeah. It's definitely frustrating for the Kings. I totally see that. So, and it's also like, it's not like you have tiebreakers either. You most definitely don't with all the overtime games. You guys have nearly gone to overtime for nearly half of your games this year. That's actually insane. Over half of your games, you're going to overtime. Or almost half of your games, you're going to overtime. Of 82. That means you're like you add that up on a minimum. On a minimum, you're playing an extra 3 periods. That's nuts. Like, let's say you go through the whole overtime 5 of those 31 times. It's like 2 more periods of hockey. Or 4, or a period more of hockey. That's crazy. Anyway, you got what I'm trying to say. On average, you're probably playing 63 minutes a game at that mark. Uh-oh, my screen froze.
22 years old, arguably the MVP of the Ducks. Last year, 20 goals, played all 82 games. This year, he makes that jump. Really looks like he's going to be a perennial.
Showing off Cutter Gauthier. 38 goals for Anaheim. They're really missing him. Yes, I feel sorry for myself. Yeah. Hey, Tim. As long as you're aware. You're just numb to a man at this point. I was once as well. Do we think we can come back? My parlay depends on it. Possibly. You can look at this from two different ways. They're playing bad in their defensive zone. They've had a couple of fumbles. Their power play is not converting. You can also look at this too. They're getting shots on Anaheim. I don't know. They've made a couple of comebacks before this year. So it wouldn't be the first time, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, the MVP talk of the Ducks is pretty close. Obviously, Leo Carlson, he might end up leading the team in scoring distance in time himself with the injury right around the Olympics.
Trying to update this real quick, guys.
They're really, they are the top dog for the Ducks going forward.
No doubt about that, and that's also what makes it exciting that you've got the future in front of you, but the present, which you're going to be a playoff team. Now let's see how much noise you can make.
Both RFAs this summer, so that will make for an interesting Duck offseason.
There we go.
What will both sides want to do in that scenario? Meanwhile,
Someday, Tim, someday.
talked about on Frankly Hockey that the Ducks should be fine, 5 games ago to win this division. But man, did not see this coming. Didn't see John Tortorella as head coach of Vegas, and then finally getting second life. Looks like for sure they were destined for third place in the Pacific. They're back in it. The Oilers finally got a 5-game winning streak for the first time this year. And so here we are, Frank. This is a topsy-turvy year for a lot of teams. How do you think the Ducks play this out the rest of the way?
Well, the good news for the Ducks is that
Other scores around the NHL. The Oilers are beating the Mammoth 5-4. If Edmonton wins, they will, regardless of the result tonight, they will be above the Ducks in the standings. If the Mammoth win, they are 6 points ahead of the Preds, with, I believe, the same amount of games played. Or no, Utah has a game in hand still. So,
still have things set up quite well in order to make some noise, and can't stress enough for them in terms of wanting to advance in the playoffs and winning round. Their best opportunity to do so will be to win that Pacific division and get yourself Utah in round 1. Another team that's getting their feet wet in the playoffs for the first time with this core. Do whatever you can to avoid Edmonton or Vegas. Set those two teams up on a collision course to then have some carnage, maybe heading into round 2 to give yourself a puncher's chance against a Stanley Cup contender.
all right, so we got about 6.5 minutes till period number 3.
Lots to play for the Ducks over these last 4 games and 2 periods.
Either way, so exciting to be back in the postseason.
By the way, tomorrow, I haven't mentioned it enough. Tomorrow we'll be live for 2 commentaries as well. We'll be doing Sabres and Rangers tomorrow, followed by Sharks and Oilers. Sharks and Oilers should be really fun. That should be a fun game. Celebrini versus McDavid. That should be very entertaining. I believe it's in San Jose, too. So I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Frank. We always appreciate having you on, getting your insight. Time for us to step aside. We will have more intermission before Troy Terry gets the team ready. Tough hill to climb.
Great lineup, yep. Good to get in another Rangers stream. It's been a while since we live streamed the Rangers. So we got that coming up. Thursday, we have Flyers and Red Wings. And then Sharks and Ducks. So we have 2 Shark streams coming up, and then we stream the Ducks again on Thursday. So for the Ducks fans who are in the chat, we'll be with you guys once more on Thursday. And then a couple days off, and then Sharks versus Mammoth on Sunday. Or Sharks versus Mammoth. Flames versus Mammoth. And that'll be our last Calgary stream of the year, probably. Get a Flames stream in there one last time for all the Flames fans before the playoffs.
Significant improvement in pain, redness, itching, and burning. Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
All right, still got some time till period number 3. Stick around, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. So, obviously, again, there will be a power play coming up for the Predators. Here's the weird thing. The Ducks broadcast said it was a double minor, but NHL.com is saying it is just a 2-minute. So, I have no idea what this is. I don't know. One thing is telling me one thing. The other thing is telling me another thing. I like to believe NHL.com, but sometimes NHL.com is wrong. So, I don't know. All right. This is our 4th time streaming the Predators and Watch with Nordic History. This is our 9th time streaming the Ducks. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Nashville Predators. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Eric Haula, Philip Forsberg, and Brady Shea, as it is a 3-0 lead for Nashville after 40 minutes of play, getting set for the third and final period here. Let's take a look at our stats through 40. Shots are 26-19 in favor of Anaheim. Faceoffs are 53% in favor of the Ducks. Power plays, Nashville is 1 for 1. Anaheim is 0 for 4. Ducks have struggled on the power play tonight. Hits are 13-6 in favor of the Ducks, and block shots are 14-9 in favor of the Predators. Period number 3 coming up here in just a moment. Nashville will start this period off on the power play. We will see what comes of it. If the Preds can add on to their 3-0 lead, or Anaheim will hold it off and maybe stage a comeback. We'll find out. Here we go. Period number 3 between the Nashville Predators and the Anaheim Ducks. And we are underway. Face-off is won back then by the Predators. Here's Roman Josi now. Will drop it back through the neutral zone. Preds carry it through the zone. O'Reilly off the boards. Over then for Marchessault. Looks like it is a double minor. The Ducks broadcast still has 3 minutes on the clock. Stamkos on the right side then for Nashville. Down low then in front. O'Reilly, good chance there. Save by Dostal. Kid by the press. Shot on and then again. Stamkos, another save by Dostal. And the puck is cleared back into the Nashville zone. Some good saves there by Dostal. But it's a 3-0 lead for the Preds regardless. And they will have this power play still for 3 more minutes. Here's Haula. Through center, will dump it down low into the Anaheim zone. Evangelista battling for it then in the corner with Hines. Nashville will clear it off the boards, then up top to Shea. Shea. Back over to Evangelista, up top Shea. Walsby then cross-ice pass. Nashville moving that puck. Down low now, Haula. Over to Matthew Wood. Ufko. To Wood. Below the line then, Nashville looking for options. Wood will hold it on the right side then. He scored his first NHL goal in a live commentary stream. It was commentary stream number 100, actually. Haula. Puck deflects off the boards then, battling for it down low is Evangelista. It's kept into the line then by Nashville. Bank back off the boards down low. Evangelista gets it back then for the Preds. Up top, Ufko. Back to Evangelista halfway through the power play. It's chipped off the boards and stolen back by the Ducks. Here they come the other way. It's Washi into the zone, shorthanded. He's got some room. Not a lot of reinforcements, though. He'll throw it back to his teammate, and the puck is dumped back into the Nashville zone. Good on the Ducks trying to just run down the clock. That's the smart thing to do. Preds have it behind their own net. Top unit is back out there for Nashville. Here they come through center. Marchessault back to Stamkos. Marchessault battling for it then with Mintyukov. Forsberg up top to Josi. Josi will come out of the zone and regroup with that puck. Josi gets it back then for Nashville. Bank back down low then into the Anaheim zone. Mintyukov behind the net. Chips it off the boards and all the way back down low into the Predators' end. Annunen. Drop back then for Shea. Brady Shea now will move it through center. Up top then to Haula. Haula to Stamkos. Pass back over then to Evangelista. Up top Brady Shea. Down low Stamkos. A cross-ice pass over is broken up. And the puck is dumped all the way back into the Predators' end. Annunen gives it back then for Shea. Brady Shea chipped off the boards then. Now Evangelista will bank this puck off the boards and back into the Anaheim zone. 30 seconds to go on the Nashville power play. Here's a turnover. 2-on-1 the other way. Carlson with Terry. Carlson a shot, and he fires it wide of Annunen. And that's frustrating there. Here come the Preds now the other way. Wood into the zone. Stolen back then by the Ducks. Terry gets it around the Preds defense. He'll bring it down low into the zone. Ufko breaks it up. Ducks will keep it in, though, as the power play Winds down to a close. That's a good kill there by Anaheim. It was a double minor they had to kill off. Here's Wilsby now for Nashville. Drop back to O'Reilly. Wilsby tried to get the puck back. And he missed the pass. Anaheim will clear to center. Seneca battling for it on the right side. Then Shea gets it back down low then for the Preds. Brady Shea below the line. Now Lacombe battling forward alongside Yost. Lacombe drop back to Trouba. Trouba there for Killorn. Killorn fires it wide of Annunen. Seneca over then for Yost. On the right side, Seneca taking back Lacombe below the line. Then what a move there. In front! And it goes just above Annunen. Lacombe had a great chance right there in front, but he could not get the puck on. Seneca back over then for Carlson. Anaheim trying to get one last push on. Seneca to Killorn, backhand on save. Rebounds in the crease. They jab at that puck. Preds trying to get it covered. The ref finally blows the whistle. But some good chances there for the Ducks. But they do not come through with it. Good opportunity there for Anaheim. There's been a few times here in this period where the Ducks have had a grade A chance. They ended up firing the puck wide. There was at least 2 opportunities where that was the case. Face-off now in the Nashville zone. One back by the Preds. Shea will clear to center. Kept in them by the Ducks. Pass over. Save there by Annunen off of Terry. And the puck is dumped back into the Anaheim zone for an icing against Nashville. Anaheim with a chance to push. They are now up to 28 shots on the game. Annunen's made 28 saves, which is absolutely phenomenal. What Justice Annunen's been able to do. Face-off here now in the Anaheim zone. Carlson back up to Hellison. A shot saved by Annunen, banked off the boards. Hines clears it back down low into the corner. Battling forward in the corner then. Vale with Holla. Vale will try and bank it down low. Carlson on the right side. Cleared back down low then behind the net. Terry will battle for it then alongside Perbix. Now Brady Shea takes it back. Shea will bank it off the boards to center. Anaheim trying to get that one back. Vale battling for it then with LaRue. Now Trouba holds it back down low into the Ducks' end. About 6 minutes gone here in the third period. Anaheim's putting on the pressure, but Justice Annunen's played just as well. Shots are 29-21. Trouba battling for it then in the corner. Nashville will bank this one off the boards. Ducks get it back. Paling a pass in front. Saved by Annunen on Kreider. And he covers up once again. That's 30 shots on the game for Anaheim. And Annunen has stopped all of them. Oh no, what did I just do? I just closed out of my clock. Oh no. Ah, crap. I gotta pull that up real quick. Ooh, I forgot how to do that. Do they pull Dostal at any point? I imagine they would. Sharky, I imagine they would. All right, I got it back. Check if it's working. Yeah, looks like it's good. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. I would imagine at some point they will try and pull Dostal. Even in a 3-0 game like this, they will attempt to do it. Shots now 31 to 21.
Coming down to the end for our Honda 3-star leaderboard, and still plenty of players in play. Leo Carlson and Cutter Gauthier ahead of Lucas Dostal, including tonight 5 games remaining. See Leo Carlson, coach kind of tapping him on the back, and I'm sure that was get ready to go, because there's no question that he's going to be double shifted probably for the remainder of this game tonight.
All right, face-off coming up here now in just a moment. Face-off here now in the Nashville zone is won back then by the Preds. Puck is cleared all the way back to center. Lacombe behind the net then for Anaheim. Paling battling for it in the corner. Grab bag Marchessault. Off the boards then Kreider. Cleared back to center. McTavish banks it back down low. Paling knocked off the puck. Nashville will clear it back then to center. It's grabbed perfectly then by Kreider. Kreider then for Trouba. Any realm of possibility Anaheim comes back, or should I cash out for 50 cents? There is a chance. If they don't score in the next 3 minutes, I would cash out. Puck slides in on Anna and he makes the save. Shot's now 32 to 21. What a game from Nashville's backup. Again, you had Saros come in last night. Sadly, he couldn't pull off the win. But Anaheim coming in here in a game that the Predators kind of needed to win. And even though they haven't officially won it, he's played phenomenal. Face-off here in the Nashville zone. The pressure's going to keep coming from the Ducks. If you're Anaheim, it's all about just maintaining it. Help from your defense, keeping them to the outside. Their defense has played well tonight as well. Face-off now is won back by Anaheim. Seneca throws a pass back up top. It's a turnover the other way. Here come the Preds through the zone. Shea intercepted then by Minchukov. Off the boards to Carlson. Carlson through center. Battling for it then is Hala. Hala to Evangelista. Evangelista dumps it back down low then. Schaefer fighting with Hala. Hala clears it up top. Back around then behind the net. Killorn will grab it down low for Anaheim off the boards. Carlson through center. Nashville takes it right back. Regrouping with it then. Perbix back down low then for Anaheim. 12:15 to go in the third. Off the boards, Tyson Jost. Battling for it then, Stamkos will dump it down low into the Nashville zone himself. Preds will clear back to center once again. A lot of neutral zone hockey here. Perbix down low in the Predators then. I would keep an eye out for Dostal. Collision back down low in the corner. Trouba, big hit there on Yost. Anaheim regrouping with that puck. Trouba. Back over then on the right side. Lacombe will bring this one around Stamkos. He'll gain the line and dump it down low into the Nashville zone. Cleared back to center then. It's a scramble forward here in the neutral zone. Lacombe poke checked away. Terry gets it back for Anaheim. Terry over then for Carlson. Carlson behind the net then for Anaheim. Leo Carlson back up top. Hellison rebound in front and denied by Anaheim. They somehow keep it out. Here come the Preds the other way. Wood backhand there off the boards is taken back then by Anaheim. Dished off the boards. Grabbed back then by Terry. Over then, Troy Terry will carry this one through the zone. Back over then, shot on, denied by Anaheim. And another massive save for Justice Anaheim at 10:43 to go in the third period. Shots are 36-21. The game that Justice Anaheim, backup for the Nashville Predators, is having right now has been absolutely incredible. The only question we ask ourselves is, can he hold on? Putting on a statement here in this one. Making me regret not streaming the Preds for a while. Keep an eye out for Dostal. I think it's going to happen eventually. You might as well try. Face off here, one with the Ducks. Shot on there goes Vananen. Back up top, then Carlson. Dumps it down low behind the net. Ufko battling for it, then off the boards to center. Bank back down low into the corner. Kemmel battling for with Minchukov. It's taken back then by Anaheim. Mason McTavish. Down the right side. Up top, shot on there goes wide. Here's Eric Holla now, who will carry it through center. A 4-on-2. Kemmel to LaRue. Kemmel comes in. LaRue a chance. He scores. They might take a look at this because LaRue Kemmel ran into Dostal, but Zachary LaRue, at least for now, has made it 4-0 Nashville. I think they're going to take a look at this, though. They'd be stupid not to. I believe this would be the first multi-point game of Joakim Kemmel's NHL career. He did get an assist on this goal. It was Holla that ran into Dostal. And they're going to take a look at this. Yes, they are. They're going to review this for goalie interference. From my judgment of it, I immediately thought it was goalie interference. I don't know, actually. This might actually be fine. McTavish kind of pushes Holla, but then again, you're asking yourself, like, what's the limit to that? They're not going to challenge it, so it's going to stay a goal. Zachary LaRue, with his 4th goal of the season. Kemmel with his first career multi-point game. He has his 2nd career assist. Eric Holla also has a multi-point game as well. And the Predators have taken a 4-0 lead here in this 3rd period. This one's done. Stamkos off the boards then for Yossi. I wonder if they still pull Dostal. We'll see. Now that there's some time. Here come the Ducks now through center. Killorn off the boards, then broken up by the Preds down low. Wilsby. Over back then for Barron, who regroups in the Nashville zone. Wilsby now gets it back for the Preds. Clear down low then into the Anaheim zone. Hellison battling for it. Hines will bank this one off the boards to center. Here come the Ducks the other way. Zellweger down the right side in front. Saved by Anaheim. Puck is cleared back away. Nashville will carry this one through center. Svechkov off the boards back then for Hines. Backhanded down low then by Perbix. Schaefer battling for it on the right side with Ian Moore. Evangelista trying to get that one free as well. Ducks got no beak in this game. Yeah, I know, man. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal. I mean, like, again, like, what are you... Like, this is a frustrating effort by the Ducks for sure. I mean, Nashville's come in. They've played phenomenal. Here's Svechkov, a shot. That one goes wide of Dostal. But you look at Anaheim. Like, Nashville was on a back-to-back yesterday with travel. Now, then again, LA to Anaheim is not like this massive distance, comparatively speaking. But, man, here's Terry down low. Shot on, saved by Anaheim. And he will cover up as that puck was deflected on the way. 39 shots for Anaheim, 39 saves. And it is still a 4-0 lead for the Predators here halfway through the 3rd. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Again, we will be live tomorrow. Sharks and Sabres, Oilers and, or Sharks and Sabres, Rangers and Sabres, Oilers and Sharks. It's a good matchup there that I'm certainly looking forward to. There have been some nights that I've been looking forward to recently, especially now that we're going to have a couple days of streams in a row as we get right back into it heading into the Stanley Cup playoffs. Shots are 39-22. That is insane. That is nuts. There have been 3 multi-point games in this one tonight. Joakim Kemmel with his first career multi-point game. Had an assist on the opening goal for Haula and then an assist on the LaRue goal. As well as that too, Ryan O'Reilly with 2 assists. Eric Haula a goal and an assist. And the Predators taking care of business here in Anaheim. Let's take a look at the goaltender save percentages. Obviously, Annanen's been perfect so far. Dostal, 18 saves on 22 shots. He is a brutal .818. Preds carry it back down low, furthermore in their own zone. LaRue battling for it on the right side up top then. Here's Walsby, fires it. It goes off of Dostal. And out of play at 7:36. I mean, Anaheim, they're getting the chances, but on the defensive side, they've had some not pretty plays. I mean, I think, like, again, like, you look at Dostal. I know there's been some talk of Dostal on the stream. You look at the first goal, maybe he could have had it. It was directly in the slot. Second goal was a power play. He was screened on it. Third goal was a 2-on-0 shorthanded break. What is he supposed to do on that? And then the fourth goal was kind of interfered with, but what are you supposed to do in that situation? Here's Lacombe. Banked off the boards, back to center. It's for Anaheim, it's just they can't convert. Lacombe to Granlund. Back to Lacombe down low. Pass in front. Puck slides back up to the point. Trouba shoots it. Saved by Anaheim. Puck's in the air. It's batted away then by Nashville. Kept in the zone by Anaheim. Killorn to Trouba. Whistle blown dead at 7:01. And I think we have a penalty coming up as we get some more pushing and shoving down low. Anaheim now up to 40 shots on goal. And yeah, we're going to get into the Predators power play. Oh, not empty net. Press the wrong button. Shots are 40-22 in favor of Anaheim. Nashville will get their, I believe, 3rd power play of the night. 4th power play. My apologies. 1st power play of the period. Face-off won by Nashville. Up top, Brady Shea. Pass back over then Forsberg. Forsberg to Shea. Down low, a shot from Stamkos. Denied there by Dostal. It's cleared off the boards by the Ducks and back into the Nashville end. 6:40 to go in the 3rd. 3-on-2. Stamkos. Cross ice pass. Puck will slide back to center. Here's Brady Shea. In his own end for Nashville. Predators taking their sweet time. They got this game in the bag. It's all about running down that clock. O'Reilly. Broken up then by Carlson. Washi dumps it down low behind the net then. Nashville gets it back. O'Reilly below the line then to Forsberg. Forsberg. Over to Riley Stammer. A shot. It's fanned off his stick and out of play at 6:05. Take a look at these two teams and their upcoming schedule. Anaheim will take on the Sharks on Thursday. We'll be live for that game here on the channel. Nashville will go take on the Mammoth. So again, like those are big points there on the line. Predators are battling for that spot. The Kings play Vancouver that same night. That's one of the only advantages that the LA Kings have. Here's Ufko. Carrying it now through center. Back over then to Hala. Hala off the boards then for Barron. Behind the net now Minchukov. Back over then to Killorn. Here's Killorn carrying it through center. Chipped off the boards back into the Nashville zone. Preds get it right back. 3-on-3. Wood. To Hala. Puck is dished back to center. Hala back off the boards then for Wood. Through his legs as Ian Moore will carry it to center. Dumps it down low into the Nashville zone. 5:10 left to go here in the third period. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Nashville still regrouping here in their own end. Ufko. Off the boards then for Yost. Now in the final 5 minutes of play, power play is over. Yost in front, they score! On the redirect, Fedor Svechkov. Nice pass from down low from Tyson Jost. It's 5-0 Predators. Goals galore tonight for only one side. Nice play there from Svechkov getting to the front of the net. Got it past Dostal. It's 5-0. Assist on that goal, Tyson Jost and Ryan Ufko. I believe those are even more first points in Watch with Nordic live commentaries. Again, we haven't streamed Nashville that much, so there you go. Here's Carlson down low, tried to deke around Annan, and he's tripped. And that'll be a penalty. Penalty coming up against the Preds. And Anaheim will head to the power play. It is 5-0 Nashville with 4.5 minutes to go. And we'll get our final commercial break of the night. I'm tired. Pretty tired. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. Oh, man.
It's time for the guy called Feel Good Moment, and there's been lots of feel good moments for Eustace Onanen in this game tonight. Right off the bat, first shift makes a great stop on Leo Carlson. Robbed Ryan Poehling. Robbed Mikhail Granlund.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Ducks power play coming up here now. Got some homework to do. All right, see you, Michael. Thank you, bro. Hope to see you in another stream soon. I appreciate your support, man. It means a lot. Good luck on your homework. I know I got homework to do too, but I'm being too lazy to do it. Anyway, let's not talk about my homework. Anaheim power play coming up with a chance to maybe finally get themselves on the board. Face-off won by Anaheim. Carlson battling for it on the right side. Yost is there as well. Up top, John Carlson gets it back, fires it on. It's blocked. Perbix will clear it off the boards. And back down the other way. Dostal will give it back then for Carlson. John Carlson, that is. Carried through center then by Terry. Terry carries it in. He's knocked down to the ground, or at least he falls down to the ice. I always say ground. I mean to say ice. Whistle blown dead here. We have another 2-man advantage coming up for the Ducks. And yeah, Terry was tripped by Brady Shea, and that's going to result in a Anaheim 5-on-3. So you never know. There's 4 minutes left. They could put 2 on here. It's very unlikely. Very unlikely the Ducks were able to come back in this game. But who knows? Face-off coming here now in the Nashville zone. 4:01 left to go in the third. 5-on-3 for the Ducks. Face-off here now is won by Anaheim. Carlson at the point. On the right side then, trying to handle that puck. Granlund over to Carlson. A shot, it's blocked. Nashville gets it right back. They can't clear. They'll battle for it on the right side. They will finally nudge it back out to center. A minute to go here on the first penalty. Carlson through center, then back to Terry. Troy Terry up top to Carlson. Granlund back to Carlson, then over for the other Carlson. Leo Carlson on the right side, fires it on, goes off of Annan and back down low. Now John Carlson over to Leo, a shot gloved by Justice Annan, who has had a phenomenal hockey game tonight. That's a great save. Wow. What a nice glove stop there from Justice Annan. Again, Annan in his last 7 NHL starts, 924. He's played well as the backup there for the Preds. Face-off coming up here in the Nashville end. 38 seconds to go on the first 5-on-3. Nashville will clear this one back down the other way. Right off the draw. Lacombe. Pass back over then to Terry. Terry will deke around LaRue. Up top, Lacombe. Lacombe to Granlund. Anaheim cycling it. Carlson top of the circle. Granlund pass over. What a block by Wilsby. He'll bank it off the boards and back to center. Time winding down on the Anaheim power play. Lacombe off the boards for Carlson. Carlson back for Granlund. First penalty will expire. Granlund down low. How did that not go in? Seneca had a wide open chance. He must have missed the shot. 25 seconds to go on the second power play. It's now a 5-on-4. Nashville playing aggressive. Terry back over then for Granlund. Granlund a backhand on, goes wide of Annanen. Back down low, Terry. Up top, Carlson. Carlson to Lacombe. Down low then, Granlund tried to shoot it top corner. Annanen made the save. And the Preds clear to center. Power play is over. Final 2 minutes of play. Here's Ian Moore down the right side. Barron, pass in front, broken up. Preds will clear it back into the neutral zone. It's Terry. Regrouping with it now on the right side. Yost. Back down low. Moore. Intercepted then by the Preds. Ufko. Will backhand it down low into the Anaheim end. 1:23 to go here in the third. Hines. Off the boards then to Moore. Back down low into the Nashville zone. This game is done. to be honest with you. What an effort from the Preds. They were outshot in this game significantly, nearly by 20. But they stayed with it with good goaltending from backup Justice Anaheim. They're going to pick up 2 big points tonight. And they will be back at a playoff spot. Shot from up top is gloved by Dostal with 47 seconds to go. You know what's funny? I doubt he's still in here. Somebody commented on the stream today saying that the Ducks would win 5-0. Ugh. Not a great stint these last couple games for Anaheim. They are now going to drop their 4th straight. Paling battling forward then on the right side. Anaheim with a 2-on-1 break the other way. Paling loses the puck. 30 seconds to go. Hellison. Up top, Minchukov, a shot goes wide. Preds will take it back, bank it off the boards. Back into the Anaheim zone. That is an icing with 18 seconds to go. Yep, other way around. Am I right? Ducks definitely need a talking to. Not much time to get this turned around. See how they respond next game. Yeah, for the Ducks fans in the chat, we'll be live for the next Anaheim game on Thursday against the Sharks. I wasn't planning, well, I guess I did plan that, but I didn't realize that till now. So, fortunately for the Ducks fans, shot off, the face-off goes wide of Anaheim, 14 seconds left. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Anaheim zone. This one will also be an icing with 7 seconds to go. 7.1 to be exact. Thank you, Anaheim Rob. I appreciate it. Did the best I could. Face off here now in the Nashville zone. The final 7 seconds from the point. Shot is blocked. 3 seconds left. 2-1. And Justice Anaheim with his first shutout of the season, and he now holds a Watch with Nordic record for the most saves in a shutout. 43 stops. That is nearly 10 more saves than the previous total that was held by Philip Gustafsson back when he had a shutout win in the 24-25 season. That is a Watch with Nordic record for most shutout, or for most saves in a shutout. And backup Justice Anaheim has that title. That's pretty cool. For only the 4th time streaming the Predators, they get their 2nd win in Watch with Nordic commentaries. And on a back-to-back, it's a huge 2 points that they get. 5-0 is your final score, and the Predators are back in a playoff spot in the Western Conference. His GAA was high this year too. Yep. Pretty cool. So again, that's why we do these streams. I mean, again, this stream in terms of view counts and all that, it wasn't that great. Was it worth it to leave this game and come home and stream this game so I could, all this and that? You can be the judge. But that's why we do the streams. The reason why we do the streams is because we have moments like this. Moments where we write our own history here in the commentaries. We talk about the stats that we see and all that, and we just broke a personal record of ours. I think that's cool. And as well as that too, talking to all you great people night in and night out, regardless, it was better than watching my Phillies get shut out. Just saying. All right, that'll do it for me. I'm really tired. It's been a long day. We'll be back tomorrow. Sabres and Rangers, Sharks and Oilers is our commentary schedule tomorrow. Thank you all so much for tuning into our stream tonight, though. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. And that'll do it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next stream.